Should be able to finish up from here. We have 4 problems left. It says find the length of side A. Now please don't think that this thing is a right triangle just because it kind of sort of looks that way. You can't assume if the little marking, the little box is not there. So find the length of side A. Remember, he's opposite angle A, so here he is. You are given a side, an angle, and a side. You cannot use the law of sines because that requires you to have like a complete fraction where you got the angle and the side opposite. You don't have that. So the only option here, because this is side, angle, side, is law of cosines. Remember, it works for side, angle, side, and side, side, side. If you're looking for baby A, you need to start with baby A. A squared equals B squared plus C squared, and then it's going to be minus 2, and then these two guys that are over here on this side, and cosine of the match for the guy across the equal. Now we're going to plug everything in that we know. We don't know baby A, but we know B. B is going to be 2. 2 squared, and it doesn't really matter quite honestly. And C squared is 4 squared. And then B again is 2, C is 4, and cosine of 60 degrees. All right, and quite honestly, there you could have done this without this computation, but, well, maybe. That, I think, using the regular old 60 degrees, that would have required you to have a 90-degree triangle. So, law of cosines will get you there. Let's see, you know everything on the right side. So let's just type 2 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 4 times cosine of 60 is, we got 12. Now, don't think that's your answer. You got to do the square root. I don't want to know A squared, I want to know A. So the square root of 12. Now, notice the way the answers are. They're not decimals, okay? So you got to break this down. The biggest perfect square living in 12 is 4. 4 times 3 is the same thing as 12. The square root of 4, he goes outside, and the 3 is stuck on the inside. So we need 2 square roots of 3. If you forgot how to do that and you just had a panic attack, what I need you to do, since it's a multiple choice test, is I need you to match decimals. I need you to type in square root of 12, and just on some scratch paper right there on your test, write this decimal down. Now go through and type in your answer options and see who matches. This one is 6.9, and then when you type 2 square root of 3, you're going to get that same decimal, that 3.46, and you should know he's a winner, okay? So if nothing else, match your decimals. Okay, find the missing parts of the triangle. Find angles to the nearest hundredths of a degree. So you have 3 sides given. Now the question is, look for some angles. All right, so if this is A, B, C, okay, that means little a is going to be over here, little b is going to be over here, and little c is going to be down here. It's just a matter of who do you want to find first. It looks like angle C is going to be an obtuse angle, so I'm going to go for him first. So c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of c. Okay? Now that's going to give me 165 squared plus 183 squared minus 2 times 165 times 183 cosine of c. And I totally forgot to put my little c squared over here, so let's put 320 squared. Okay, now this is a different version of law of cosines. Here's our variable. You cannot multiply everything on this right side together because all of this is one term. So this front stuff ends up being the coefficient of your variable. So these two are like terms because they're just numbers. So we're going to type in 320 squared, and then we're going to subtract out 165 squared. We're going to also subtract out 183 squared. That gives us, large number, 41,686. Now I need to take these values right here and type them up. So I have negative 2 times 165 times 183 And that gives me negative 60,390 cosine C. So even though it's a large number, you just roll with it. So I'm going to divide through by 60,390. And when I do that, let's see here, I got 41686 divided by negative 60390, and I get a negative 0.69. Okay, leave everything in your calculator. Please don't hit clear, because we're going to hit second cosine and then pull up that answer, that lovely little decimal, so your answer is spot on. We got 133.6. So we know it's not this and it's not this. It's got to be one of those two. You know, it probably would have been smarter had I picked one of those others to go through. I did not see that these two had the same C value. But anyway, you can use the law of signs now, because you know this part. So I can set that up as a fraction. I can say sine of 133.6 over 320 is equal to, let's just go for A, sine of A over 165, because remember, that's our match. So if you cross multiply, you got 165 sine 133.6 equals 320 sine of A. Now I've got to divide through by my coefficient here, which is 320. If I divide through by 320, that's going to get us, hopefully, a decimal, 165 sine 133.6, get an answer. Now divide that by 320. Okay, I did. I got a decimal. I got 0.3734. That is sine of A. But I want to figure out what the angle is. So I've got to do inverse sine and pull that answer right back up. So hit your second negative button. And I got 21.9. So if I scroll back up there, I should find a match. Which one is 21? There we go, 21.9. Answer A is it. Got that one. Okay. See if we can get two more. The area of the triangle ABC with the given parts. Let's find this area. Notice there's an angle given. There's an angle and the other two sides. So do you see that these letters are different? That makes it fall into the area formula 1/2 AB sine of C. Now I know my letters do not match what's there. The point is that these are the two sides, and that's the angle, and they're all different letters, okay? So this is really side, angle, side. If you drew your triangle and you labeled it all, you would get two angles. You would get the 14.4, you would get the 8.6, and the angle is here in between, so it's a perfect fit. Okay, so we're going to put our two side lengths in here, 14.4, 8.6. We're going to do sine of our angle. Let's type that in, and we will have our answer. So 0.5 times 14.4 times 8.6 times sine 35. And I've got 35.5, which looks like they rounded to 36. Okay, last one. We have three sides given. So that is Heron's formula. Remember, there's two parts to Heron's formula. You've got to figure out S, which means add up all your sides, divide by 2. And then K is S, and then S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. Now, you have to know your formulas because I'm not going to tell you. So if you come over here and you start plugging these in, oops, that's 17, my bad. It's not hard to do if you know your formulas. So you got to do a little memory work to get ready. Now let your fingers do the walking. We've got 10.3 plus 17.9 plus 13.3 equals. So please get the top value first. Then do divided by 2. So I got 20.75. Okay. So I've got to do, oops, it didn't take, did it? 20.75. And then I'm going to take 20.75 minus 10.3. So I got 10.45, okay? And then 20.75 minus, next number is 17.9. So 2.85. And then I'm going to do 20.75 minus 13.3 is 7.45. So it's just a matter of, let's type this in here. Then we have a great big square root, and then 20.75 times 10.45 times 2.85 times 7.45. And I got, I don't need this, do I? Okay, I got 67.85. That would round up to 68. And there you go. So good luck on your exam. Please, please, please review your rules, because I'm not going to tell you come exam time what your rules are. Okay? You've got to know them when you get there.